Ladies and gentlemen, please listen close. They left you to fall, and God taught you to fly. They thought it was over for you. They thought leaving you broken would bury you. They thought betrayal was the end of your story. But here you are, still breathing, still fighting, still standing. What they didn't know is that God doesn't abandon the ones who walk through fire. He shapes them in it. He molds them into warriors. He takes the pain they caused and forges it into wings you never knew you had. Listen closely, because this message is not an accident. You found it at the exact moment you needed it. And I'm telling you right now, your pain was not punishment. Your betrayal was not defeat. Your rejection was not the end. It was the beginning of something greater. They left you to fall, but God was teaching you to fly. Pause for a second and let that sink in. The very moment they turned their backs, the very moment they thought you were finished, that's when heaven started preparing your elevation. So I want you to do something for me right now. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button, like this video, drop a comment below and let me know you're ready to rise. And if you've been with me for a while, thank you. Your loyalty keeps this message alive. Together, we're building something unstoppable. Now, let's go deeper. Pain has a way of showing you who you really are. When people walked away from you, you discovered strength you never thought you had. When doors slammed shut in your face, you found other ways in. When the world laughed at you, mocked you, doubted you, God whispered in your ear, "Keep moving. They don't see what I see." Look at history. Look at real people who carried scars but turned them into power. Nelson Mandela was locked in a prison cell for 27 years. 27 years of chains, silence, and concrete walls. His enemies thought they had crushed him, but prison became his fire. It stripped away everything unnecessary. It taught him patience, strategy, and endurance. And when he walked out of that cell, he didn't crawl out broken. He walked out unshaken. He walked out ready to lead a nation. They left him to fall, but God taught him to fly. Or think of Oprah Winfrey, born into poverty, abused, told she'd never amount to anything. Society tried to write her off before she even had a chance. But she didn't let the world define her. She let the pain fuel her. She turned trauma into purpose. She rose from nothing to become one of the most powerful voices in the world. The people who left her behind never imagined they were part of building her wings. You see, that's the truth. Sometimes God lets people leave so you can learn how high you were meant to go without them. Because if they stayed, you'd never know your own power. You'd never know how far you could climb. You'd never know how much you could endure. And I know what you're thinking right now. It hurts. The betrayal, the rejection, the loneliness. You replay the moments in your mind, wondering why. Why did they walk away when you needed them most? Why did they turn cold when you gave them everything? Why did they think you weren't worth staying for? Listen to me. They didn't leave because you weren't enough. They left because God was showing you they were never meant to sit at the table of your destiny. They were a chapter, not the whole book. They were a stepping stone, not the final destination. And what they meant for harm, God is already rewriting into victory. You want proof? Look at Joseph from the Bible. His own brothers betrayed him, sold him into slavery, lied about him, abandoned him. Years passed, and he was thrown into prison, forgotten and rejected. But in that very prison, God was sharpening his gifts. God was preparing him for the palace. And when the time was right, Joseph rose from the pit to become one of the most powerful leaders in Egypt. His brothers thought they had destroyed him, but God had been teaching him to fly the whole time. Now, let me ask you something. How many times has life knocked you down and you thought you'd never get back up? How many times have you been left out, ignored, or betrayed, and thought that was the end of your story? And yet, here you are, still listening, still breathing, still standing. Don't you see what that means? You are proof that falling doesn't mean failure. You are proof that pain doesn't mean punishment. You are proof that being left behind doesn't mean you're not chosen. It means God is still working. It means your wings are still growing. It means you're on the edge of a breakthrough that no one around you can even imagine. Now, here's the hard truth. You can't rise if you keep clinging to the ones who left. You can't fly if you're still staring at the ground where they dropped you. You have to let go. Let them walk. Let them turn their back. Let them laugh. Because while they think you're done, God is setting the stage for your rise. And when you rise, you won't just rise quietly. You'll rise in a way that forces them to realize what they lost. You'll rise in a way that proves God was with you the whole time. Don't waste your pain. Don't waste your betrayal. Don't waste the silence of nights when you felt abandoned. Use it. Fuel it. Turn it into fire. This is your moment, not theirs, not the ones who left, not the ones who doubted. This is your moment to take the pain and turn it into power. They left you to fall, but God, He's teaching you to fly.